Hello, and welcome back to Conversations with Rosa and Sharyn.
Oh, oh, it's like that. So she gets top billing. That's
I'm
okay. No,
Rosa.
and I'm under Rosa. I'm Sharon.
I think I like that flow better.
Uh,
Y'all know it. Last week I
oh,
said I was going to change it up, so I did. But I'm
okay.
going to go
It's all
back to the
good.
old.
It's all right.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have any announcements this week?
Well, depending on when you're seeing this actually airs. It is the fact that we are working hard on getting that date to you, which is the date that we're going live again. All I can tell you is that it'll be before Christmas.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're working on it.
And my only announcement is for those who celebrate, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, when you view this, I'll be in New York. Well, I think I'll be in New
Atlanta, New
Orleans,
Orleans.
then Atlanta, then I'm going to New York. Long story, we'll share it later. But yeah, so happy Thanksgiving to those who
Sharon will be in
I
San
am.
Diego, chilling.
Exactly. Y'all come get her. Come get your girl. So I'll be so yeah, happy Thanksgiving and yeah, we are thankful and grateful for each other.
Absolutely, and so much more
For one another.
for
How you used to say it?
for each another.
Each another.
We loving each another.
As the sheriff says. Okay, so announcements are out of the way. And now it's time for our shout outs. You want to do shout outs today or you want me to do it?
Okay, shout outs. What? You letting me do the shout outs? No, I can't do
Yay!
them any
Okay.
justice. Back to you.
Okay, no worries. Our first shout out goes to Peyton H, aka my son. And I actually just talked to him on the phone and I was like,
He's
I'm
checking us
going through
out.
my shout outs. And he was like, well, shout me out. So, boo, here's your shout out. Mommy
Hey.
loves you. Next we have Francetta S. Thank you for being a
Hey,
subscriber to
Francetta.
Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. We surely appreciate you. But please hit us up. Send a comment. Just a hello would work, or put the like button,
Mm-hmm.
something. We just need to know you're still out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And last but not least today is Carmen W,
Whoa, that's
aka
Sharon's sister.
my sister-in-law.
Okay, big sis. Hey, hey, that's cute.
Absolutely. So,
Thank
yeah.
you for
So, thank you
watching.
for watching, Carmen. We know you're not a subscriber because you can't figure all that out, but it's okay. We'll help you next time we
Hit
read
all the
it.
buttons. One of them will be right.
It's fine. We get you. And we still love you too. So today we're going to be talking
Ooh,
about why do lesbians flirt with men?
ooh,
Like
yeah.
some lesbians do, not saying all, but there are some lesbians out in lesbian land
Mm-hmm.
that will flirt with men.
Yeah. Show
Now,
enough flirt with men. Yeah.
exactly. And it's different when men are flirting with you versus you're
You're
flirting
flirting
with a
with men.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know for me, I've had that happen. Men flirt all the time, or say slick sly stuff is what I call it. Because it's wanted. But you still give them respect, thank you, and keep it moving.
Right. Right.
Now if I was a flirter of men, then I probably would have stayed and flirt back. But it's
Right.
like,
Right.
yeah, no, okay,
Right.
I appreciate that, thank you, and then keep it moving. So for me, there is a difference. There's a difference, a big difference. So we're gonna talk about maybe why lesbians do that uh, when it comes to men. Because if you consider yourself a lesbian, then it's like, why would you even flirt with men? And I actually dated a woman
Mm-hmm.
who, uh,
Who did that?
when we were together, she claimed she was all lesbian, like no man, nothing. I mean, yeah, and she still flirt with men. So I just didn't get it, and still don't. But it happens, right?
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. And so I'm thinking about the subject, and I'm talking and listening to Rosa and my friends, and I hear it, I see it. We still go out a lot, me and Rosa, and I still see it, and not a lot, but I see it, and especially if I'm in a group where we're it's 6 or 8 of us and stuff like that, and I'm like, why is your woman going up there even responding to this idiot?
Right, right.
And not that he has to be an idiot, but I'm just saying, as I thought about it, and I say, why do lesbians who know they are real lesbians ain't got no thought, no concern for no man, and but I see you flirting with him,
Yeah,
and the answer is I don't know why we do that.
yeah.
I don't get it. I'm 68.5. If I live to be 168.5, I still don't understand it. Um, I'm not advertising anything that I'm not selling. I don't get it. So going to lesbian land, and I said, so is it the attention? When some women feel like, like I'm getting attention from women, I'm getting attention from men, I'm getting
I think
attention,
that's kind of what it
from the
is.
barmaid, whatever,
Yeah,
So maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's sometimes it's for some, but not for
yeah.
all. I really don't get it. And no, I am not one of those hardcore lesbians like, ew, a man, ew, no, not at all. They're people too. And if somebody gives me a compliment, hey, thank you. And as Rosa said, I keep on going.
Right.
No, you don't have to buy me no drink. Matter of fact, I'll buy you a drink. Could you, leave
Don't
me
be
alone?
buying them a
But
drink. That's considered flirting.
that's right. If I buy you a drink, right, I just want you to leave
Exactly.
me alone. Okay. Okay, you don't have
But
to send a drink over to our table.
yeah,
But I'm not just uncomfortable with it. If my wife did it, I really would have some serious questions for her on a serious tip.
that's a
But again,
whole different conversation.
it is. But you wouldn't be my wife doing that. No wife of mine. But when I see my friends, some social people, some in our circle, do it. I just don't get it. I
Yeah.
really don't get it.
And
And
I think not trying to, even talk about the labels because, I don't really
no,
feel that great with
mm,
labels. But most of the lesbians I know and I've witnessed do it have been like them. Because I think being them, um, they or we, everybody feel like they can get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like a man's not gonna be like, oh, she's gay. Why is she even trying to holler?
right.
Because
All
they
he
don't
see,
even know.
right. He just sees a woman
Right,
who looks
exactly.
good in that outfit.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So when you coming in, with your heels and your short skirt and looking good, they don't know the difference. So when you're flirting with them,
Yeah, but the
they
thing
taking
is,
you up on your offer.
right. But the thing is, the advantage is that
You
you
know
know the difference, right?
that
You know you
that
got a
part.
woman, not only a woman at home, you got a woman right there at who y'all on a date right now. You know what I mean? So for me, I find it extremely disrespectful. Male,
Now, don't get me
female,
wrong.
wait a minute, male, female, undecided. Whoever you are, if you are my date, if you're my sweetie,
Well,
my woman, no,
okay.
you
Let's
ain't
talk
flirt.
about this though, because I have done it, and I have done it with Sharon, because sometimes it gets us in the door. Remember that time when we went to the jazz festival up in
Oh yeah,
and the tickets
Newport,
were sold out.
Oh,
So we
okay.
went all the way up to
Did you?
Newport.
Were you really flirting? No,
Well, yes and
no.
no,
Wait a minute,
because
hold on. Let me say that.
I gotta tell them what happened.
Okay, I
So
got to tell the truth. So
we
you
went.
tell them what happened.
I'm telling them what happened. So we went to Newport, and Sharon, was
Jazz, yeah.
surprising me, taking me to the jazz. We got into the hotel, went online to get tickets because we didn't get them prior
No,
to.
right.
They were sold out. Okay, so we ended up going out to eat or something, and we were on our way back, and we ran into
Yeah, we're
a
in the
nice
hotel.
gentleman.
We were going back to our hotel room, right?
Yeah, we ran into a nice gentleman, and I think for a minute he might have thought Sharon may have been my mom. So whatever. Um, but
Your aunt Lucy.
we told him we really wanted to go to this jazz because there was some good people there too,
Yeah.
and he was part of like the band or something. He was part of them, but
Them,
we didn't
right,
know. I didn't know what aspect.
right.
And he was like, "Oh, y'all can't really get tickets and da 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 da."
I
And
said no, they
so
are sold out.
he went on his phone and told us we got like VIP tickets at that point because we were
Right.
in like the VIP lounge, but I didn't necessarily tell him I was Sharon's wife, but I kind of, batted the eyes and whatever, just because we, giving us the tickets, he might have been trying to holler. I don't know. but it got us through the
He
door.
might still be standing there trying to. Will she come back?
So I don't normally flirt with
Yeah,
guys,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
gotta tell you, if it's gonna get me through the door, and like we weren't gonna go at all because we had
Right.
no tickets, not even in the nosebleed.
We were
Not that it
in
was a
Newport,
bad seat.
California.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
where
beautiful,
yeah.
and I mean, it ended up being a beautiful event. But they had like food in the VIP area,
Oh,
free wine. I
nice
mean,
people. Look,
we got
look. I don't know what they were charging for that, but we didn't pay a dime.
a
But you're right. You're
dime.
right. You did flutter a little bit, not
Yeah,
like
a
really.
dime. Yeah. So anyway, you want to tell your story?
No,
Because
I
that was
mean
it.
that was it. No,
Yeah,
no,
that's
no.
what I'm
You're
saying.
right. Yeah, but that is not the same as somebody who actively
I
go out
know. I'm
and
just saying.
try to get and obtain the attention of men. It was by happenstance. And yeah, I do think you flirted, and you were looking really good that night. You know what I mean? And maybe he did think I was your Aunt Lucy or your
I don't
mother.
know. I
I
don't know
don't
what he
know, but
thought,
it
but
worked. It
yeah,
worked, and but not to a defense, but
he probably
he
would have
was just
given us the
right.
ticket
I'm
check.
just saying he would just seem like a nice guy. He might have been one of the promoters or the
Yeah.
manager or with the group. I don't know, but he was nice, and he didn't come off wrong and crazy
Yeah,
or
and in a
rude.
sense, I thought maybe he was like, "Oh, these two black women are here,
Right.
like let me get
And he
more
was
black
black,
people
right?
in." Yeah,
Yeah, he was
yeah,
black,
yeah.
right? Yeah, that's what I'm
So,
saying.
but Newport, it wasn't a lot of black people
You
there
got that
per
right.
se. So I think maybe that had a lot to do with it. But anyway,
You know when you go to a place that's so white, even the help is white. You know when you see a white maintenance guy and the white people serving food, I'm like, oh, oh, they don't do brown, But
no,
it
that's
was,
right.
it was an interesting time. But a
And it
good
was a
point, good
beautiful,
story.
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
it turned out to be a wonderful evening. We had nice photos taken and
yeah.
everything. But yeah, but as a norm, no, you don't do it.
No, oh yeah,
And
because I don't want. I personally don't want to give them false hope of anything that could happen. You know what I'm saying? Because men don't really, for me, don't really get it. Like when somebody is actually flirting with them versus actually trying to holler, actually trying to, get their number and something in the
connection.
future is going to happen. I just don't think that they get that. They get, they are looking for what they're looking for, and I don't want any false hope. That's why if I get a compliment, I don't go into it like, "Oh, well, thank you," and blah blah blah. I'm like, "Thank you," and keep it going. We're not even
Right,
having a
right.
conversation about it.
Cause 3 words will try to lead to 6 and 7. Like,
Exactly.
well, I ain't seen you here before, and you visited. Hey, hey, hey!
Yeah.
Don't need it where I'm from. I'm from the exit door. I'm
Exactly.
from the exit.
And even if you are having a conversation with them, just thank you and keep
Keep it
up with the
going.
conversation. Like we're
Right,
not.
right.
So I just think that, like I said, the women that I see do it, lesbians, are more on the fem side than not.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know any butchers up there rubbing up against some of them hard knots out there. Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen butchers, women who are now consider themselves uh, masculine. What was it? Masculine focusing or masculine centered or whatever. We got so many new terms now. I got to go back to school. Okay, they're
Right.
gonna take my card if I don't know all the terms. But I've seen some very butch women who maybe in their earlier years weren't so butch, and
Mm-hmm.
they've had babies with men, and now they're butch times three. So you know what I mean. You're looking more like your child's father than your child's mother. But
Right.
everyone's got a pass,
Right.
right?
Right.
So
But I think
now,
that's their goal. They want to look more like the dad.
right, right, that's true. But but you also somebody's mommy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's nothing but this woman you can see a picture laying up underneath something. You know what I mean? You
Right.
just can't even picture her like that. But oh, there was a time because 18 years ago you had a child.
Right.
So in any event, I'm just saying people present themselves as they choose to present themselves. I'm just saying I don't see butch women up there, rubbing up on them on some man. Now
Yeah.
they can hang with them. I had a friend who was all very male focused. She go out and party with the men. She would party just as hard as them. They go to the strip joints. Go to Vegas, and she was as much man as she was. When you can drop $1,000, $2,500 in the clubs, making it rain and stuff. Like okay, you know what I mean. She was just one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's cool because that's who she was.
Right.
This was not an act. That's just who she was.
Right.
So any event, I say all that to say to agree with you that when I do see it, it's usually coming from the woman who's used a little bit more softer and looking more,
Yeah.
looking more approachable, if you will, in that kind of way. Like you see a woman over there that splits up to yesterday's lunch,
Yeah.
and she got legs crossed, and
But most
she's
of the
looking.
time, and I'm thinking
You cut me
about,
off.
okay, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, no, and she's looking available but not interested.
Yeah.
Okay, that look available but not interested in you.
Right.
She's got the look. Yeah, and a man coming in seeing you by yourself. Hey, little darling. Hey, sweetie, you here by yourself? Or even like, can I get you?
Right.
Can you get her another one of those? And either she's gonna say, "Oh no, I've had enough," or "Hey, thank you, strange gentleman," or whatever. And maybe that's all it's gonna be. Or now it's you let a man buy you a drink. Now he think he gets a goddamn conversation. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? You
And
come here,
he not buying you a drink just to spend his money. He's buying you a
you
drink
drink
because he's
because
trying to get to know some more of you,
oh
or what he
yeah,
can, that
right.
conversation
Can
is
we
that.
connect some kind of
Exactly.
way? But anyhow,
Exactly.
blah 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 blah.
And
Enough
that's
of that.
just an example, but there's several other ways to, where you're flirting with men if you're a man flirter or
Yeah,
whatever. I mean, a female who flirt with men.
yeah.
But what I was going to say earlier was that there's a difference though, because the story I just gave you all regarding Sharon and I being in Newport at the jazz festival and getting those tickets is like, so does that make it right that I'm flirting with a guy to maybe get something out of that? Because if you're at a bar and you're flirting with a man, you're probably trying to get a drink.
Not that that in itself is a bad thing. We're out there, we're having fun and everything. I'm not saying somebody's out there trying to work people for drinks
It might
or
be.
yeah,
That might be why they're flirting with him.
well, perhaps, but I mean, no woman that I'm with.
Right.
Okay, but I mean, you don't know people's true goals, and
Yeah.
like why is she
And
here?
I
Is
guess
she
that's the question. Is like, why do lesbians flirt with men? Like, what do you all flirt with them for? Like, are you trying to get something from them, or is it just you're a flirter and that's just what you do, whether it's a man or woman, or are you technically bisexual, perhaps? And
hmm
you just, I don't know, like, why do we do
right? And I opened up the segment with I truly don't know.
that?
I've never been one of
Right.
those women. Not that I was, I mean, surely I was younger and soft and a tight 12 for real. Uh, but that was never my game. You know what I mean? I was a lesbian. I want to be around women. I'm seeking women. I'm
Right.
hanging with women. So the idea, so maybe there's a guy around, but you ain't here for me. Or let me explain who I am, and that'll let you know why you ain't looking for me.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean? But men will be men, and I am not one of those male hating women. Now, granted, I do enjoy the company of women. I enjoy, I just enjoy us and our energy and all of that. I don't fool around with men. I really don't. There's men in my life, and I mean not just relatives, but just meeting Rosa. I see, I got two or three men in my life. You got to meet them because one of them I made him adopted him as my brother, and maybe somebody else I was in the Navy with, but we would have to be really close for them to
Right.
be at my home or
Right.
something like that. Usually, I leave you where I met you.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's always God bless you. You know what I mean? How's the kids? How's the wife? And I keep it moving.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be like that with them. You know what I mean? And I'm polite but not interested.
And
Okay.
that's the thing, when I was saying just to say thank you, that's part of just being polite and letting them know you heard them and you appreciate it, but it's not welcome,
Right, right.
in a sense.
It's surely not solicited. I
Yeah.
appreciate, I remember this is maybe 30 pounds ago, but definitely before I met you. And I mean, the way I dress is the way I dress. So I got a little East Coast flavor,
She
but
got like you dress
uh
with one style, all of it look
oh.
like she going to the office. But go ahead.
Okay. So, but I thought I was particularly well dressed that day, and and I had on the nice the herringbone jacket, and I'm this and got my shoes look good, and I'm brush your teeth 4 times. Anyhow, I'm at a restaurant, and I'm waiting on, of course, I'm waiting on a woman. We're supposed to have lunch, and this man came up to me and he let me know that he was from Baltimore. And he said, sis, he said, you ain't from around here, are you? I said, I'm originally from Philly, but I've been here for a long time, talking about California. And so he said, I like your hookup, girl. I like it. And he was just relating to me as another black person from the East Coast. He said, and the shoes, girl, and he wasn't hitting on me like, none of
Right.
that. But I appreciated that he appreciated my sense of style.
Right.
That's all, and that's all it was. You leave them where you meet them, and you keep on going. Ain't nothing about me saying, and ooh,
But
you
if
want
you
my
had a
number?
skirt outfit on with heels, you think he would have said the same thing?
I don't know because my attitude wouldn't have been
No, but
been
I'm
right.
thinking because you
Yeah,
were closely dressed as something he can relate to.
yeah,
So
but
you
look at,
had like a suit on,
yeah,
maybe
I did, yeah.
maybe them shiny shoes that you wear.
You have had a thing about my shiny shoes.
I
Them
told
my
you look
Michael
like a
Jordan.
police officer. You look like you undercover every time she wear them. But anywho,
Those
and
are
I'm not trying
look,
to diss any
no,
police
those are
officers out
Paul
there.
Green shoes, girl. Those are some
I
good
know they
shoes.
nice shoes, but I'm just
Boom.
telling you what they remind me of.
Because she even when we first got together,
And
she's
no
like,
disrespect for the police officers.
wait,
I
wait, wait,
love y'all, but
wait,
I'm
wait.
just saying.
She says, and you seem to wear shiny shoes.
She put on her suit, and here come them shiny shoes. So
I think they look good. I
I'm
think
not
I look good.
downplaying
Yeah.
your compliment from the gentleman.
Right,
I'm
right,
just
right.
saying
But let me
it
say
was
this.
something that he could relate to, and that's why he
Being
probably
from
came
Baltimore,
over.
right, right. So to answer your question, would he have made the same comments had it been, been more softer and whatever? Maybe he would. Would he? I don't know. I'm just saying he was a man giving me a compliment. I appreciate it, and that's all it was.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, oh, a man said something to me. I'm just not
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I like people. As a matter of fact, one of my coworkers years ago, she cracked on me. She was just like, she said, Sharyn, you're really good with people. She said, I know you ain't crazy about men. She said, but you like people and you're good with them. So you're okay with everybody. I said, yeah, but my preference is, yeah. She said, I know you're okay if everyone in the class was a woman. There you go. Like, why can't we have all female classes? Who needs them? But seriously, it's all good. But staying on point. Why do lesbians flirt with men and when I was flirt, I don't mean like not just give them passing attention, but literally flirting with them. And I said, now when he asks you that question, don't get mad.
Right,
Now when he asks for them digits and where you live and all that, it's like, oh well, I don't want to let you know all that. But yeah, you've been flirting. You've been, he was serving it and you was batting it back.
right.
Come on
But I
now.
do remember a time where I was dating a woman, and I kind of had just come out, so
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't. I was kind of uncomfortable in the role, just trying to figure it out,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
trial and error type stuff. But I remember going out with a group of other females, and some of them were not gay. That was in this group, and we went to this winery, and this short Italian guy just kept coming up to me, but he would come up to me, while I was in the group, and so I'm like, do I tell him I'm gay or just kind of act like
Yeah, not interested.
whatever?
Yeah.
And I didn't know kind of what my
Yeah.
role was because I'm just coming out. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had just been with a man, for 20 years prior to this. And so it was it was a little kind of like I didn't know. So
Right, right.
I don't
How did
I
you
don't think
feel?
I flirted with him, but he kept coming over, and I'm just like, out of all these women in here,
Right. Why me?
it
Why
did make
me?
me feel great because it was at least six of us, and he wanted to get my digits, and so I gave it to him, but then I gave him like one number off. So, and when I tell y'all, about a year later, I ran into him in Home Depot. I was so embarrassed. He's like, "Yeah, I tried to call you," and I was just like, "Well, what number?" Because I forgot I had given him one number off. So when he repeated the number, he went in his phone, repeated it. I said, "Oh no, it's a five instead of a two,
Yeah,
or
right, right,
something."
right, 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 right.
And so we actually did go to a wine tasting together, but he was, he was a jerk, and I needed an excuse not to want to go with him, but it was just weird. It was
Yeah.
just the weirdest, awkward. moment for me that I don't really know if
But
I reacted correctly or
yeah,
not,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
I was like, because some of the people, the woman I was with, she was technically still married and she was
yeah.
going through a divorce. So we were there together, but we were trying to act
Act
like
like
we
we
weren't
weren't
there
together.
together.
Right, right,
So
right.
that was the awkward moment that this guy is saying this, and I think I gave him the number just to throw the other people off.
Right, right, right,
But
right,
at the
right.
same time, it just was the weirdest thing. So I don't even deal with dudes because it's like I don't want you to think there is gonna be something down the road. But
Right, right. Why would I give you a number? Why would I even let you
yeah,
think that I want you to have my number? No,
yeah. Some
no. Go away, little man.
Yeah,
Go
exactly.
away.
He was a little short Italian guy with
But he saw
coming up
you
with
and he
his
was like,
3-piece suit on or whatever he had. Yeah, he's looking nice, but
right, right. I see what I want.
yeah, but it just
Were
yeah,
you the darkest one at the table?
I
Well,
was.
there you go. He liked that. That was one of the big attractions. This beautiful black woman,
Yeah,
this
it
beautiful
was only
dark
two black
skin.
people at the
Yeah,
table. Me and the girl I was hoping with
right.
her.
Beautiful dark skinned black woman.
Yeah,
I'm sure you were looking nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you know where that was coming from.
But yeah, I'm just saying that to say I can't even get comfortable with.
As I said, I can't even assume the position, sweetie.
Yeah,
I just, yeah,
exactly,
no, no.
exactly.
My elevator don't go to that floor, babe. You know what I mean? Hey, but thank you for the
Yeah,
compliment,
yeah.
and
But
I hope you
but
do
getting
well.
compliments are great. No matter
Yeah,
who they're coming from, a woman or a man.
yeah.
Because every woman that gives you a compliment is not gay either. So
Right.
it's like you flirting with them just because you
No,
flirt with them.
and I just think
So yeah,
more than not, people finding themselves more comfortable in their own skin.
yeah,
And even when the skin changes in some spot, they're comfortable with that. You
yeah,
know what I mean? It was a time when women, we're so conditioned and socialized to see every woman as our competition.
right.
That bitch. You know what? She got two pair of red bottoms. I hate her.
Right,
That kind
right.
of crazy shit. You know what I mean? But just to say, well, hey, when women like, girl, I saw that the other day. You are really wearing that. That is
Yeah,
your color.
absolutely.
I'm
And
not a
I've
lesbian.
given
I ain't trying to hit
yeah,
on you. I have no late night dreams about you. I just said you look nice, sweetie. Don't
yeah.
get nervous.
But that's the thing too. Even as a lesbian, I don't mind giving a woman a compliment, but I
But you
don't
never
want them to
did.
think
But you never did.
right. But
Right.
if they know I'm a lesbian, then it comes
They're
off
gonna
different. So
yeah,
I,
to them. To them it
yeah,
goes in their mind. I mean, because I'm
they think every lesbian
wait a
trying to
minute.
hit
I
on
had
them.
one woman, especially, once you out, you ain't gotta go back in. So and this is not a drill. This is not a drill. I really am a lesbian, but once women, well, some straight women, once they know that you're gay, all of a sudden they like, oh well, I don't even know we should use the same bathroom. Oh
Right.
well,
The whole
she was
thing becomes
she was looking at me the other day. Yeah, because I can't see. I did my glasses. What? I don't see well. She think I'm staring at her.
don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be looking.
Yeah. Oh, I look too.
We in
But if you ain't who I'm looking at, sweetie, I probably
yeah,
was looking at you confused because I was like, I don't see well. Don't you get nervous. You
yeah.
have nothing to be worried about from me.
If
You
we in the
know.
locker room, I'm looking. I'm just saying. That's just me. But yeah, so that's our conversation about
If
why
you
lesbian flirt with
wait a
men.
minute,
We have no base for this topic and conversation today because I don't really flirt with men per se, and
right?
neither does Sharon.
No.
But we want to know from you all.
Yeah, why do lesbians flirt with men? And even when you're with your partner or not or whatever, I mean, with some people, it's just I don't care what the attention is, as long as I get some attention.
Yeah.
That you know what I mean? It could be a avocado. You know what I mean? Well, did the avocado like me? Like just totally off the chart.
Right.
We don't get it. So we like Rosa said, we'd love to hear from you on this one.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
So hit us up, give us a story if you have one. We'd love to. I mean, we do enjoy reading all of the comments, and most of the time Sharon and I read them together. Although she is the one who will more than likely
We'll
reply,
reply. Yeah.
unless you say something personally to me, then I'll
Well,
go in there. If
right.
somebody gave me a compliment, I think I did say thank you. This is Rosa, or whatever. But for the most part, it's Sharon.
Yeah, but Rosa does so well. There's a reason why, because I mean, I think that's the easy part, but not really. I mean, I make them individual, and I actually read what you're saying and rinse it. But Rosa does so much of the technical, and then she's rewriting things, and then we had to, come up with the what is it,
Titles,
the titles and everything, the
thumbnails.
thumbnail. Yeah, so she does all of that, and most of the marketing too. Rosa does the heavy lifting on this. That's what I'm saying, and not that I don't do my share. As I tell her, like I work hard when you're not even looking.
Yeah.
When I'm an ideas person. As one of my bosses told me, like, because it was something that I'm in the off in the meeting, and I didn't have too much to say, and she said, well, what do you think about this? And I'm like, I have no comment. She told me, we're paying you for your ideas. Like, oh yeah, that's right. Let's go with that one.
But then let me give you this,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but
exactly. Well, look, perhaps.
yeah. And with that being said, we're not going to be doing this forever. So one time we're going to have at least a video on how to get started, because I'm sure there's so many other couples out there, or just individuals who
Who
have
want?
some great things to say and
Mm-hmm.
have some great conversations. And Sharyn and I, like I said, we're not doing this forever. So if you ever
However,
want
it
to,
has been 3 years.
yeah, so if you guys ever want to get started, you can hit me up earlier, or because it's basic stuff, and I can just. But we're gonna do a how-to
But
video
it's still a
one
lot of
day.
work. Wait a minute. But it
It
is
is a
a
lot of
lot of
work, and
work.
that's why
We
we're
say we
not
ain't gonna
gonna
do
be doing it
it forever,
forever,
right?
because it is a lot, and I gotta make sure it goes out when
On.
we say it goes out,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm up all night and stressing about it. So yeah, that's gonna be a video coming too.
And I'm gonna say I'm gonna commit to the goal of doing even more. You know what I mean? Because I have intentionally not plugged into certain things because I feel like I have enough on my plate. She may not agree, but I'm just saying I don't want her to. I don't want it always to be a pill for her, a work pill for her. So we'll leave it here for that for right now. So until next time, we're wishing you
The best, the very best of all good things. Stay safe and stay woke. And don't be flirting with no men out there.
cut it out. Really,
I'm just
really.
kidding, y'all. Do
Take
what you
care.
do. We love you.
Bye. No judgment.